It's
Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Mustangs. This week, we're going to take a look at the junior high football and volleyball teams. Let's hear from some coaches and some players about how their season is going.
Brady Anderson has came from no one last season to an amazing player this season. Just an awesome job. Brady, for one. Ben Miller is a leader. Zach Martin, Oz, Preston, let me think, Parker, all of them. All the 8th graders have been amazing leaders this season. We're 2-2 right now, but we're about ready to win our last 3 games.
Getting to play with my friends and getting to play with my friends. I've improved by my leadership and knowing how to play football. I eat, then I go to a locker room and listen to music.
I would say everyone on our team has improved. Some girls are in some new positions this year that they haven't played in the past, and they've really stepped up. Probably our most improved would be Mia Lundberg. I'm not sure she had ever played before, and so she's come a long way. Our leaders this year are Ellie Parker, Eleanor Toerber, and Reagan Berger. We started out pretty rough, but now we're kind of on a roll.
Wow, these teams are doing an amazing job. Can't wait to see them improve and start their high school career. It's time to take a deep dive into the Valley Heights Art Club. What do they do in Art Club? I don't know. Let's sit back and listen to the Art Club sponsor, Mrs. Miller, and the Art Club president, Sage Wilcox. They will tell us all about it.
Art Club is a fun way for kids to be involved in art, even if they can't fit art into their schedule. They're able to help the community. They're able to help the school. We do activities with elementary kids. We get to window paint the different towns during the holidays and homecoming. And some businesses even want us to do it in the spring. So that's been really fun for the kids. We just get to do all different activities. Our goal for Art Club is just to further their knowledge and love of the arts, whether it be with like the projects that we do or just field trips that we get to take. So it's just a fun way to incorporate art into the school.
I am the president of Art Club. Some things that I do as the president is that I make the plans of what we're going to talk about. I plan events. I make sure the other officers know what's going on. I actually also have made a Gmail account so that we can make accounts for Art Club. And I try to make sure that everything's running smooth. It's just a way to get other artists together. So then we can all talk to each other, have fun, work on art projects, obviously, and then get to show the community kind of how Art Club can do more almost, when we do window painting. I kind of use art to show whether good and bad feelings. Some ways of doing it is through really simple things that have really deep meaning. I would say so, yes, because I feel like most people at the school kind of just know me for art more than just outside of school.
They do a lot of fun things throughout the year. Now, we're here live with Maddox O'Toole in the English classroom, interviewing Mrs. Youngerberg about the Progressive Era panel.
I'm sitting here with Miss Youngerberg, the junior and senior English teacher. How long have you been working at Valley Heights?
Been working at Valley Heights for 22 years.
And when did you start doing the 20s project, all of that unit and stuff?
You mean the progressives?
Yup.
Okay. I actually started probably in around 2011. I took over for or teaching junior English in 2011. So that was probably my first year.
Do you have any favorite memories of doing this with your classes?
I don't know, favorite memories. The best years are the more people debate, get into their characters. We've had some pretty good years. Different characters have stood out to me. It's usually the robber barons because they usually get picked on pretty well. So those are kind of the ones that stick out to me.
Let's talk about your practices, Miss Ida Tarbell. I made a fraction of a cent per gallon selling millions of gallons of kerosene to illuminate every city of the part of the world. You were over here writing your book while your own boss was a chronic manipulator and adulterer. Instead of any focus on that, you put me on the page of your bestseller. How about that, Miss Tarbell?
You drove my family to be bankrupt.
No, I did not. Your father chose to compete with me rather than sell out. When he proved unable to market oil for 8 cents a gallon, he brewed it at home, and your happy childhood went down the drain.
I remember when I came in and videotaped for that class that was doing it this year, that got a bit interesting. And I remember last year, my class, we didn't have too much arguing, but it was still pretty engaged. Do you have any other things planned for the junior or senior class dressing up wise?
Yes, we dress up in the 1920s. They each get to pick a hero or somebody famous from the 1920s, and that goes along with the Great Gatsby. And then we also, at the end of the year, we have a peace rally that goes along with the Vietnam War. And then, of course, the seniors are doing the Constitutional Convention in the next week or so. So that's another role-playing activity.
And do you feel or think that dressing up helps the students learn or engage more with who they're portraying?
I do. I think it gives them kind of ownership of their person, and it gives them more of a creative way to learn the information and then present the information.
Alrighty. Thank you for giving us some time today to do the interview. Back to you, Anne.
It's like walking back in time.
Now listen up and hear what is happening this week and see all the scores from last week's games. On Monday, the junior high volleyball team travels to Centralia. Tuesday is parents' night for high school volleyball with a double duel versus Lynn. Junior high football and volleyball take on Frankfurt on Thursday. On Friday, we have no school, but that won't stop the high school football team from taking down Harrington here at home. Lastly, on Saturday, the JV and C team volleyball team travel to Washington, and the cross-country team heads to Riley County for a meet. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Keeping Up with the Mustangs.